Sri Krishna had described those atheistic people with a grossly materialistic mentality who deny the existence of God and are completely focused on worldly pleasures. Sri Krishna said they get bewildered. The material energy bewilders them. Subsequently, he had mentioned Mahatmanastumam Partha Daivim Prakritimashritah. The saintly souls, they don't take shelter of Maya, they take shelter of Yoga Maya, the divine energy. And they engage in unalloyed devotion to the Lord. In this verse, he is describing a third category of people who are not atheistic but not interested in God either. They accept the Vedas and take the Karma Kand from the Vedas. The Karma Kand is the ritualistic portion of the Vedas which promises you the attainment of the celestial abodes. Interestingly, from the Vedic point of view, the definition of atheist is very interesting. And this is from the Indian philosophy. Who is an astic and who is an astic? Those who do not accept the authority of the Vedas are called Nastic, atheistic. And those who accept the authority of the Vedas are called theistic. They accept, astic. So because they accept the Vedas, they accept I am the soul and there is a God. But they decide, I am not interested in God. I am interested in worldly pleasures. So now their target is a higher kind of pleasure. It's just like there are gradations of pleasures in the world, one higher than the other than the other. Now for people who are living in villages in India, an air conditioner may be considered a tremendous pleasure. Say, if I could go to the city and then have an air conditioner, that would be pleasure. And then somebody living with an air conditioner says, this is not good enough, I need central heating and central cooling. That is real pleasure. So there are all these gradations. And those gradations go all the way up to the celestial abodes. So like you see, that there's the village life, there's the little town life, there's the city life, there's the metropolitan life. You see the differences in their luxuries, their comforts, all their access to objects of gratification. Now this multiplies further and further in the celestial abodes. Some people say, are there any celestial abodes where people are living? Definitely they are. Science today agrees that our sun is only a very ordinary star on the outer periphery of this Milky Way galaxy. And like this sun of ours, there are 100 billion suns in the Milky Way galaxy. So imagine how many suns there are. Now God did not just create all these so that they would serve as decoration for our night sky. So that when we look up, we'll say, oh, God made these wonderful decorative lighting out here. He has created them with a purpose, but He has separated out life sufficiently to give us the feeling that we are the only ones. But there are those who are aware of the life in different planes of existence. In the three Vedas, there is Karma Kand described. It is called Trividya. Some ritualistic ceremonies, you do these kinds of sacrifices. If they are done properly, they will qualify as pious merit. And when your pious merit accumulates to this extent, you will go there. But those kinds of happiness which are available there will also not satisfy the soul, because they are all actually in the same category. It only appears that it is far more enjoyable. Right? When you look at the difference, a cow is eating grass and somebody else a beggar is eating sukhi roti. And an ordinary person is eating regular food while a king is eating chappan vyanjan. Now it may seem that this cow doesn't get so much happiness, the beggar gets more and the ordinary person gets more and the kings gets more. But the fact is, they all get the same amount of happiness. The illusion is only in the external, and that is the illusion that Maya creates. The word Maya means that which is not. So Maya is creating an illusion which is not. Maya is deluding people into believing, if I can be a billionaire, I'll be happy. No matter where you are, there's always a higher and there's always a higher. And it's the same story. There is never any contentment. A few months ago, one billionaire was telling me that, Swamiji, when I first came to the US, I thought as a 20-year-old, if I can get 1 million, I will get happiness. And then I got the 1 million, then I thought, no, I'm not getting happiness. If I can get 1 billion, I'll get happiness. And then I worked hard and reached 1 billion, but I still did not find the happiness. Then I said, it's all fake. So externally, it does seem, there is happiness, if I can just get that. Now you have to use the scriptural knowledge to cut this illusion. The scriptures say that, look, your desire for happiness is not wrong. The desire for happiness is coming from God. Because He is the ocean of happiness, and you are a fraction of the ocean. So like the gravitational force, you are being pulled to the ocean. You have the innate yearning for happiness that nobody can erase. The question is, where do you decide that happiness lies? Some people decided happiness lies in tamasic objects. So they believe, some people firmly believe that there's happiness there. There's happiness in the mode of ignorance. Then there's happiness of the senses. Look, when you have this kind of jalebi with this flavor, it'll give you happiness. So now you say, no, not that jalebi, the other jalebi will be better. When I came to America, I came to know of the foodies. They are always differentiating, splitting hair. There's a new restaurant there and you must try that cutlet which they have got. So what are they chasing? They are chasing the happiness of the senses. So, whenever we decide that happiness is outside of us, we are mistaken. Then the whole chase begins. Okay, now I need this. Okay, now I don't have this. and you keep on chasing and chasing, one day or the other, in some lifetime, you will have to understand this is all an illusion. It is all the same story that is repeating itself. My husband is not nice, his husband must be good. My wife is an avatar of Chandi, his wife must be good. And if you came to know that all husbands' wives are the same, I'm not saying don't marry, I'm just saying understand that don't expect to get Premanand Paramanand out there. You have to do your affairs of the world, but this mistaken conception, I will find happiness on the outside. This is what creates the need and puts us on the run. And we keep running all our life. Now, some people by the age of 50, they realize, oh my God, I've run enough. So, this clarity, if we can get, that it's not wrong to seek happiness, but the mistake is to think that happiness is on the outside of you. Neurology has given us a little bit of peep into this matter when they have explained that there are two kinds of chemicals in the head which are giving you happiness. One is dopamine and the other is serotonin. Of course, there are others also, oxytocin and endorphin, etc., but these are the two major chemicals. And dopamine is the deluding chemical. Dopamine will give you the expectation. That will give you happiness. You see that movie, you go for that vacation. So it will give you the expectation of happiness, but never a complete sense of fulfillment. Now you will go on and on and on and on. Make one desire, fulfill it, make another desire, fulfill it, make another desire. Either you can do this all your life, or else you come to the conclusion that this is not the direction of happiness. And then you come across the other chemical, which is serotonin. Serotonin is an interesting chemical. It is secreted when you feel good about yourself. It doesn't need anything from the outside. When you feel good about yourself, I've come to the JKYog, the retreat. I'm trying to improve. Now that serotonin gets secreted. I'm trying to do good things. I'm trying to do Guru Seva, something meaningful and purposeful. Now the serotonin gets secreted. So serotonin gives you a kind of happiness that is irrespective, independent of the externals. It is available to anyone and to everyone, not because of what they have, but because of what they are or what they are doing. This is the inner happiness. That is why JKYog's slogan is do good, be good, feel good. The real good feeling, the one that is generated from inside, is when you strive to improve and strive to do meaningful things. So, some people thought happiness in tamasic things, some thought in rajasic things, some thought no. I'll go to the celestial abodes where the devatas are, I'll get that kind of happiness. And then they follow the path in the scriptures that okay, you can go and try it. So why do the scriptures show them the path to that happiness? The scriptures understand that all kinds of people will come. The scriptures are like the general merchant shop. You don't want the best thing, you want the second best, okay. You want the third best, okay, whatever. You come to us at least, and we will slowly guide you there. So, those who seek celestial happiness, you'd say, my God, it's something so high. But in some places in the scriptures it is said, asushu ramante iti asura. What is, now this is very drastic language. What is the definition of a demon? This is those who are running after ephemeral pleasures are the demons. So it could be the pleasures of the celestial abodes. They are also ephemeral. They are also from external things. And those who have turned their eyes inwards, they are now on the spiritual path. So these yagya, etc., that you do to go to the celestial abodes, it is all temporary. Your punya, once it is depleted, you will come back. There was a monastery on top of a hill with cliff all around. So the only way to go up was, the pulley way? What do you call it? Ropeway? Yeah, the ropeway going up. And there were some monks out there who had arranged for it. So once in a while they would allow some of the people to go up to the monastery. Now one person, while he was going up, he saw that the rope had grown so old and it was so infirm. Looking at it made him nervous. So he asked the monk who was accompanying him that how often do you change this rope? The monk said, every time it breaks. Not very dependable, right? Likewise, these yagyas you do to go to the celestial abodes to enjoy enhanced pleasures of the senses, and then what is the consequence of it all? Sri Krishna says in the next verse.